So what is the best diet for you? Now, unfortunately, you're not going to like the answer. There is no best diet. However, I have a solution. You are going to find what best works for you. Now, for most people, they are trying to lose body fat and gain a bit of muscle mass. That's the general population. Now, I'm sure this will be for you, where you want to just shed a little bit of body fat, look a little bit great, a little bit more better in your clothes. And this, for most people, they need to be starting to address maybe being either in a calorie deficit or looking at the types of foods they are consuming on a day-to-day basis. Now, a lot of people, or you might have seen on social media about this calorie deficit, and the common misconception, a lot of mistakes people make is I am controlling or reducing my food portions. Now, unfortunately, that doesn't mean that you're in a calorie deficit. It just simply means that you're possibly reducing something. However, you may be substituting it that makes your weight stay the same. Now, what my approach is, I want you to be very rest assured is I'm not here to tell you what is the best diet. I don't want you to say that you should be following the keto, intermittent fasting, paleo diet, Mediterranean diet, no fish, no sauce. I don't want you to think about that. I want you to think about how am I providing my body with the foods that it needs on a day-to-day basis to work at the most optimal health. So when you're starting to shift your mind to health, then everything is out the window. You're thinking about long-term, you're thinking about everything on a day-to-day basis of how you feel about yourself and the relationship that you're having with food. Now, maybe that still doesn't answer the question about how you are going to lose body fat. Now, getting to that, obviously, hopefully I've covered the calorie deficit is what's most important. Now, we can create a calorie deficit not just through reducing your food. We can create it through having more activity levels. Now, for some people, their activity levels do not meet the requirements of something that's sufficient. But be sure to watch the video on how to be more active. I've done a video on that. Being more active is another way of you being able to reflect when you're walking, moving, on the lifestyle that you're trying to move towards. Because if you're inactive and had that lazy mindset, you can obviously see the difference between where you're feeling that you need to be moving, being active, moving the body, or that purposeful feeling about how you're respecting your body and your health. On top of that, if you're then thinking about how to progress your nutrition in terms of better results of what you want to see, this is where being observant on what you're eating on protein, vegetables, carbohydrates, and healthy fats will be important. Now, sharing that with me will be very useful because then I can sort of reflect and educate you on how you want to see your health going forward. Maybe food choices that you enjoy, different menus that you want to try. So we can share or search for these things that are suitable for you or preference to you. So being in a calorie deficit is basically you being able to understand how you can really eat nutritional meals on a consistent basis and see the steady, slow decline of your weight dropping on a consistent basis. If you see that your weight is yo-yoing, there could be a sign where your weight is actually, your food intake is kind of inconsistent. But rest assured, sometimes for most people, no journey is one straight line. For most people's journey, it is a consistent roller coaster of weight fluctuating up and down. So once you recognize that and recognize that that is the journey of your, say, fat loss journey, and the same goes for if you're trying to build muscle, your muscle building journey, you then start to appreciate the journey and not really focus solely just on weight. You can focus solely on your health, what you're doing to feed your body, and how you're going to progress your training as well.